Rabotai. Morai Rabotai. I said it's Sfari this time. Wow. Baruch Hashem.
Wow.
Now, we're going to do 10, 12, 15 minutes of the Torah of the Yanuka. Who is the Yanuka, you might ask, for some of the new people? There's a young tzaddik. He's around 32, 33 years old. And a genius is not the word. Because really, honestly, I met a lot of geniuses. I'm not really impressed of being smart. I'm impressed of Ahavat Israel, the love towards of every Jew. That's what this guy is. He's a walking Ahavat Israel machine. That's what he is, and it's beautiful. I learn his Torah almost every day, and I'm makpid to at least watch 1 or 2 videos of him a day, right? Even if it's a repeat. Why? Just to see his face gives me Yirat Shamayim. Today I just spoke to one of his Gabayim, and I told him I'm going to Eretz Israel, hopefully in a month. I have to work it out because I'm starting my Shidduch classes, my dating series. I'm starting hopefully very soon. But in the same time, I have to travel to Israel back and forth during that time. So I'm trying to work out my schedule now. But okay, what's this week's topic? Ahavat Yisrael, loving every Jew.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you a small story. I had a principal that I didn't really like so much. And, no, that's not true. I liked him. Just after we finished high school, he wasn't acting so, it wasn't such a good feeling. Something about him was very off. And I go to one of my rebbeim and I started to I wasn't crying, but I was upset. Like, how can someone act like that to one of his old students? And you know what my rebbe told me? Rabbi Kleinman told me this. He said, maybe for the first time in your life, you're going to be able to mekayim the mitzvah of loving every Jew. Because loving every Jew is not only when you like the person, it's also when you start to not like the person. And that was like a shockwave. And I remember putting on my tefillin that day, and right before I started davening, I said, L'Shem Yichud, and you say, and I was there, I was trying to say it for literally 10 minutes. I couldn't say it until I didn't find it in my heart to remember the memories of why this person is so great to me. Then I said it. Then I said it. It says, and I was thinking about that person. So ve'ahavta chamocha means to love someone unconditional. Even though at that second he hurt you, you still have to say, I love you. Not just say it, but you have to feel it. You with me? Let's continue. You should know you have a lot of Yirat Shamayim. You just have to bring it out. You know what Yirat Shamayim means? עוצם מעלת ויוקר נשמות ישראל זהו סוד שגלוי וידוע רק לפני השם יתברך. ולנו אין בו מושג זולת לצדיקים מיוחדי הדור. The greatness and the worthiness of every Jew is not revealed only to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Only HaKadosh Baruch Hu really knows how great you are. One of the biggest. Ahavat Yisrael also means loving yourself, and I'll tell you in what context I'm actually meaning. A person can't put himself down and cause himself self-trauma because he doesn't think he's good enough. I'll give you a small example, and I'm happy I'm mentioning it now. One of my wife's very close friends, and I have to ask her, but I do want her one time maybe to speak or give her certain people's numbers. She was going out with a guy for a very long time, and it didn't work out. Both good people, it just didn't work out. Very long time, like a couple of years. That's how long. And it took her a while to come out of that pain that she was in. She was in a lot of pain. And she got also professional help to get herself out of this pain. And I think, I didn't ask her yet, but I think, I spoke to other people with similar cases, that when a person starts to appreciate themselves, that's the only way they're going to be able to get out of this situation. People that don't appreciate themselves, they do self-guilt. They only put themselves down and they don't allow themselves to grow. Because every single one of you is not just a diamond, is a olam umlo'o, is a whole world. Is a whole world. For you to put yourself down because of certain feelings that you think you have or you think you're not worthy of is only a downfall on oneself. A person has to come to realization that if that person doesn't want me, no problem. It's the other person's loss. It's not my loss. And like this, you build your own self-confidence back up from the beginning. But in no way do you have the right to keep putting yourself down for anybody. Do you understand? You're not allowed in any way. That's called being atzvut. That's the sin of depression. That's a sin. It's a sin to put yourself down in a way that you feel like you're not good enough for anyone. Because the day you find the right person or the right job or the right anything, that's the day you're going to thank God that you ended up with that person and not with somebody else. You just didn't reach it yet. So your greatness, you might not see it at the moment, but it's definitely there. And you can't take advantage of it. Do not allow yourself to become depressed because other people are putting you down. Do not allow it. And you know what's the worst part? You put yourself down. And if a person is not willing to take his mindset and stop being negative and start being positive, which is the key in life. It's the key in life, especially in this generation, to always be positive. Always be positive. Positive mindset. Always. Then you will find your greatness. Because I promised you, we're all great. 100%. If not, you would not be here today. You will not be on planet Earth. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will not put you on this earth unless you have a purpose and He needs you to do something. Because you have a mission. If not, what am I doing here? Let's continue. B'chol Yehudi yesh or mufla umiyuchad lo. Every Jew, every human being has a special energy that he brings out just by being in existence of life. You living, because of you, hundreds of millions of trillions of people that are on this world are here because of you. Because the second that you were born till the second you're dead, everyone that's alive is dependent on you. Because without you, this world will not be continuous. No one else has what you have. The same way how 2 drops of water cannot be the same. 2 snowflakes cannot be the same. 2 leaves in the world cannot be the same. 2 human beings cannot be the same. Even if they're identical and even if they're conjoined, how you say that? Even if they're joint twins. You know what that means, a joint? They're connected. They were born 2 people in one. They're still different. והאור הזה הוא גדול עצום מבלי שיעור וחקר. This light that you have when you're born with, whatever it means, it says light, but it means really your potential. The potential you have, the energy that you have, cannot be compared to anyone else's. כל יהודי הוא חלק ממלכות השם ומתורתו הקדושה. Every single one of us is a portion of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and has a chelek, has a portion of his Torah. V'tamun bo kedusha le'en erech. And it is attached to you an enormous holiness. You just have to believe in yourself. That's all you have to do. You just don't believe it. You only feel down because you don't believe in your strength. And I tell this to myself every day. I'm in the middle of doing a huge project. And I need to fundraise a lot of money. And every time I get close to a person that has money, to ask him for help, I start to tremble.
What's the project?
I don't know if I want to say it on camera, but I'll tell you, I'm in the middle of building a yeshiva. And every time I try to confront, I feel like I don't have the confidence for it. And that's something I also have to work on myself. Everyone has to understand. Everyone has something they have to work on themselves. No one is free. You know when you're free? Even not then, when you're dead. When you go under the ground, then you're done. Then there is no, I'm trying to do better. There's no better. What, you're going to have a different kind of soil on you? Like, what's already better? You're done. Do you understand to the level of how you have to think? At that moment that you are doing a mission or something, you have to say, it's not me. I'm doing it because HaKadosh Baruch Hu put me in this situation. That's what's going to allow all that negativity to go away from you. Gimel. Well, this we're going to finish. It's pretty long, but we're still going to finish. Gimel. We have no way of knowing someone's potential. We don't even know our own potential. We start judging other people. That's what's funny. We're so easy to judge others when we know that they have an unbelievable potential. How do we know that? Because if you yourself don't know how to tap into your own potential, how are you going to start saying about other people? I know people, I know this, that I went to high school with, that I thought they would be, ya habibi, they'd be homeless, and they're so financially successful, and they learn Torah, and they're married, and they have kids, and sometimes I'm a wonder. Now I'm starting to translate everything I say in Hebrew, so you should chap. Tema! It's a wonder to me that, wow, how these people became like this. And everyone I asked, you know what they said? They said, we just build up our self-confidence. And we didn't care what people said, because what else are people going to tell us? They already gave us all the names on the book. They already said we're dumb, we're stupid, we're ugly. They said it already. Well, what else do I have to lose? Unbelievable. What a mindset of a person can do to himself, to a person himself. Matok midvash. ונאמר באיוב, קטון וגדול שם הוא, והרמז בזה, סרח בשמיים, יש דרגות של קטן וגדול, אבל כאן בעולם הזה, לעולם אין אפשר לדעת מי הקטן ומי הגדול, זה עולם שכולו הפוך. In the upper worlds there are different levels of greatness, higher or lower. But in this world there's no such thing. Everyone, we're all born the same way. We're all born naked, and we're all born with no brain. And as we grow up, we start to develop our brain. We start to develop our knowledge and our chokhmah. Who's the guy that not invented, the light? What's it, Thomas, what's his name? Ed Jefferson, whatever one of them, I'm sorry, yeah, one of them. I think everyone knows the story. When he was, I don't know, in 4th grade or 3rd grade, they expelled him from school. And his mother didn't tell him anything. His mother said, you know what his mother said? You're too smart for this school. You're too smart. They don't know what to do with you. They really kicked him out. And what became of him? In the Goyish world, he's known to be such a genius. And one day he opened the letter. What did he see? Your son's expelled. What's the difference? What just happened? His mindset, that second change. Oh, I'm too smart? Okay. I'm smart. Boom. He aced it all. Unbelievable, no? What a mindset of a person can do. Now, a person can't say, I'm smart, and sleep all day. No, you're only going to get there if you start learning, if you start educating yourself. I'm going to be a doctor. If you're not going to go to medical school, you're not going to be no doctor. But I'm just trying to show you how important is the beginning of your healing process has to be with your own mind, telling you that you are achieved. You can achieve. Because the most important thing is to find a charm in the eyes of Hashem. And I have a whole shiur on it. If you want, you can look it up. Also from the Torah of the Yanuka. And only Hashem knows who is worthy of what. And just, I'm going to finish with this. I'm just going to say, how many minutes am I in? How many minutes?
14 minutes.
I'm just going to finish with this. A person should pray every day that Hashem should give you charm every day. That you should be loved in this world and loved in the next world. It's very important. And with this, I'm going to finish one more thing. I'm sorry, I was saying with this. Please don't allow negative vibes to affect you in any way. Be the controller of your emotions. And that's what the Torah really is all about. It's about teaching you how to take your emotions and putting it aside and doing things with seichel, with sense. Take your heart and put it aside and start using your brain. When a person is drowning, you don't say, oh, I don't want to get wet, I have to save him. Okay, let him just drown. Oh, my heart is telling me my clothes shouldn't get wet. No, your brain's telling you, you idiot, you jump in the water and you save the guy. The guy's drowning. What are you going to do? At that moment, since you're in adrenaline, poof, you use your brain. Right? What are you going to do? Hey, excuse me, yeah, he's drowning. Can you save him? I just did my nails. I cannot go inside. Can you save him? What? The guy's dying. What are you using? Don't let your heart, your emotions get over things that are logical. Seichel. That means the next person that puts you down, whoever he is, don't even think about it. Brush it off like it never existed. Because he's not worth or she's not worth your self-confidence. Have a good night, Joe.